Yeah, good to go. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Yeah, good morning, Andres. You're always the first ones to show up on the stream. How was the weekend? Let's see what we have in the chat. Um, we had a huge gap down again at the weekly open. Okay, let's go over the daily chart. See what we have. Good morning, gamblers. Good morning. Okay, daily chart again. All-time highs, whatever. I don't know if we're gonna keep going higher or not. But for now, I still remain bullish. I think we had a great closure above the all-time highs. I know we gapped down at the weekly open, but I think like we've been doing this because of the war thing and news. We've been doing this for the past like weeks. But I'm still feeling bullish. What do we have here? We have a few fair value gaps on the daily here. Like this one small here. We have a couple down below here that we might also want to like visit and keep going higher. Uh, 4 hour, 4 hour, we're sitting inside this fair value gap here. We have the whole gap to the upside to the field. Don't really know what we're gonna do here. I'm remaining bullish. I think we are gonna fill the gap, or at least that's what I want to see happening on the 15-minute. Why is it pumping right now? Why am we moving to the upside now? Uh, Let me check for session labels here. A moment. We have Asia high intact. We swept the slow, liquidity sweep, and now it seems like we are moving higher. Uh, I'm really looking forward getting this Asia high as my draw liquidity, to be honest. Let me check with VS. We're going to create an SMT. Can you show time frame on the chart, please? I'm going to try. Let's see if I can make it fit, or is it going to scale? Yeah, it's scaling. Let me just try and let's see. I wanted to have like something so you can check the time frame. Um, but I think it needs to be changed from production, and it's going to be something hard to do. Let's see if we can make it fit somehow. No, there's no way. I'm gonna keep like I'm gonna be aware of this, and I'm gonna see the time frame that I'm looking at. I'm right now looking at the 5 minute chart. Yeah, this is the 5 minute chart. We now created the SMT with Asia high here with the S sweeping highs. One more. And then Q still has this intact. What do we have? Let's go to the chart settings. Let me see if I can just show the the good morning. Let's see, where's the canvas? Watermark, no. Text. Where is it when I can show the asset and the and the canvas watermark? Where is it? Watermark. Oh yeah. Ticker, interval, more. It's showing now. Yeah, this is it showing. We're good now. Just go back to 1 minute. We still have SMT. We still have SMT. I mean, it doesn't bother me right now, so I don't mind like having the watermark like this. I still want to see this Asia high gone, if I'm being honest. The only thing is, there's this breaker here. Right? The thing is, the TWAR trade doesn't fit inside this. So I'm not going to take this. Yes. Yeah, still at Asia high. Crude oil. I actually like a short here, crude oil. We swept the highs here at 3 close to 3 a.m. Yeah, and the 3 a.m. candle. And then we're going lower. We have this breaker block here to use for a sell. And also we have the low here. Also, I still saw liquidity and the TWAR fits here. I wouldn't mind taking this to see the risk parameters. Let me check code. yeah, there's no way I can get into this. Like I just saw it super late. Like I don't it's like what I'm seeing here in the charts, but it's just like I don't know where how to get into this. This trade already gave to R. That was beautiful, if I'm being honest. Q still didn't take Asia high. 15 minutes. To be honest, if we can close this candle right like this 15-minute, like I know it's been like still 10 minutes to go, but if we can close this 15 like this, create this fair value gap, get a tap into this, and then go for the Asia high, that would be perfect. Let me see the stop map for a moment. A minus manipulation is also close to the Asia high. Crude oil is right at the plus manipulation. Yeah, I think right now it's just a matter of patience. Uh, Again, I really want to see this 15-minute not taking Asia high and then retracing back to this fair value gap to then go for the high. That would be perfect. That would be something like when was the last day I streamed? It was Thursday last week. This is like the same setup that we took last Thursday, where we were aiming for the highs and we bounced for a 15-minute gap and then we moved towards the high. That's the exact same setup. And I think we had also SMT that we completely broke. We got rid of this because Crow also gave to R already. GC long, oh my God, Anthony. You always like to play with gold. But I have to agree with you. I think gold goes higher. We tap into this 1 hour fair value gap. We created a swing right here. Um, I do agree that gold looks potentially good for a long. We didn't close yet above here. I think a closure above here would confirm it. Like play something like this to the towards the highs or something. That would be nice. Yeah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Thank you. 6 minutes to go for this 50-minute to close. Let's see if we can still get this 50-minute gap. Yes, yes, still strong. I think yes can push higher, and therefore I think you could push higher. Yeah, we have the stop. Let me check the news real quick because I don't know if we have news this week. I didn't check it yet. We have Tuesday, so tomorrow, 8:30, core retail sales, and then that's it. We don't have more news. Okay, cool. So revisiting the daily chart before, like, wow, this 50-minute candle closes. The bias for me this week is I would really want to see a move lower at some point. Um, the truth is that I'm really feeling like super bullish about this chart. But the thing is, like, not having a single move down, like a single pullback, we have like a couple of days of downside to then keep going lower, higher. My bad. Makes it hard to believe that we're gonna keep going higher. That's the truth. Good morning, Ed. How was the weekend? Any trade on Friday in New York? No, no. Did I stream Friday? I don't think so. Did I? I didn't. True. So no, no. My last trade was on Thursday. The one we took in London, that was my last trade. Let's see. Well, this minute for this 15-minute candle. Let me check yes. What are we doing? We're gonna close above this on yes. That makes me feel good. So again, the plan is 15-minute closes. Next one moves lower, and then we move higher, and we finally take the high also on NQ. That would be my idea, something like this, and then find something on the 1 minute.
Yeah, why aren't we dumping? Put me in, coach.
Okay, in a 15-minute open. Oh,
I've been put
who's
in.
here? Good morning, Alex.
Oh, who's here? You heard me already.
I did.
Good morning. Look at this.
Ooh, that's your
Ready,
breakfast.
ready, ready?
Ooh.
A little ASMR. What you up to? What time is it?
It is 2 p.m.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I
What
just
did you do?
slept through the whole morning.
You slept all morning?
Yeah, because I got my scuba diving license, and it was like 3 straight days going scuba diving, and I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you gotta, what is it? Depressurize. Learn to
Um,
depressurize,
yeah, not
whatever.
really. Like we're not going that deep, so um, with the license, like you have to go like to the different like immersions, like the ones where they show you the skills, then like they
Yeah.
go a little bit deeper. Um, and yeah, I just finished it like I think it was yeah yesterday. That was the last day.
You passed?
Yeah, like it's just easy. Like there's like it's pretty much
It's
all
just
like
swimming.
go. It's just swimming, yeah. But you have to know like all the skills on how to like I don't know recover like everything. They make you like completely undressed, like get your Your thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I went scuba diving once.
Now I'm gonna get my like this week. I'm gonna get my advanced license. Now I have the basic one. I can go 18 meters deep, and I'm gonna get the advanced one where I can go 30 meters.
Damn.
Yeah. Tero, I'm in Koh Tao, like in Thailand.
You're scuba diving, you're getting a motorcycle. What's next? You're gonna skydive?
No, bro. I
This
need to
guy's
stop.
you try to
I
be
cannot
James
keep
Bond.
I cannot keep going with this rhythm. I need to rest.
Anyways, good morning to everyone. I was actually really expecting a massive dump today, but it's not budging, man.
But why? Because of the news in weekend, like the or just feelings, just vibes. These
I
people are
have no
all time
idea.
highs.
I think it's just buys. It sucks. I bought like some some puts on Friday. I was like they said that they closed the straight. I was like, or I mean, they said that they opened it on Friday. I was like, they're gonna close this on during the weekend
Yeah.
because every time they say something about news, they just like reverse it during the weekends. Damn, Alex, you look tired as shit. Yeah, I'm a little tired. Not gonna lie to you. I go back home tomorrow, so I'm just on a plane for 9 hours tomorrow, which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest.
But that
Alex
was a
got
short
insider
stay.
info. What's up?
Like you stayed so short. Like it was a short stay.
Yeah,
That
yeah, it was a short stay. Well, it was like 5 days,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, bro. There's not much to look at here, to be honest. Alex, on Friday, you mentioned that if the previous day's close is bullish, you look for the previous day high on the next. Doesn't matter to you whether the ES closes bullish if you only look at NQ. Now, it does matter. On that scale, it does. But I mean, either way, like we had a bullish close on both ES and NQ. So like Friday closed above Thursday's high, if you look at it. So logically, you look for Friday's high today. So like plot both assets. I was just there at the function. Um, you look at both assets daily, because again, daily is the chart where everything kind of unfolds, right? You see that yesterday, this candle, I have my crosshair showing on both charts, closed above this high. So logically, you target this high. So yeah, mm, my main issue is obviously the 14 days of just pure upside, but I'm in no means like really short biased. I would just at least like to see a better retrace, but man, like options flows are super bullish. Everything is just like the fact that the market has responded to the overnight or the weekend news the way it has, and we're only down like 0.5% just tells me it has more room, to be honest. But then again, it is still 3:20 in the morning Eastern, so we have literally 6 hours before the market opens. So I think they're trying to negotiate things before the market opens. Um, I don't know, just because it's kind of like the thing that they've been doing. But yeah, I would just I would just be cautious here, and I think we hit Juno's target of that Asia high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just holding up so well, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like the fact that I think Iran attacked some ships, and so did we, and this is all we're doing is kind of insane. And I hate, not that I hate, but whenever everyone gets into this bearish sentiment, it's like, God. But if you look at the fear and greed index, I think we're at greed, almost extreme greed, actually. So who knows? It's just purely sentiment. Um, it's nothing technical. But yeah, everyone that's saying that Black Monday isn't coming, I'm not a big fan of like that doomsday sentiment either. What about you guys? What do you guys think? If your thoughts are, I'm not really that interested in news, I just trade the chart, then, more power to you, to be honest. More power to you. But, if price comes back into the FEG, would you take the long?
Um, the thing is, the idea is that I wanted to get the top first and then go for the high. Now that the high is gone, I feared that we might have something like past Thursday where I was targeting the same high, the Asia high. And as soon as we got this high, we completely started moving lower. We also now have, like, if you check the lows at 218 on the 1 minute, we have like again on the lower time frame, but we have clean smooth edges. We have a ton of flows there on the 1 minute, like some sort of a consolidation over here. And I think if we can break this structure here, I think we might go there. I don't know if it aligns with the 15-minute gap. I think it doesn't. It has like we have a 15-minute gap over like lower and lower. But yeah, like I really think now we can go from here to here based that we took the edge high here, and I'm probably gonna attempt this short.
Yeah, I just want lower today at least. I want a -7% day. I want limits.
We didn't close below the breaker that I had marked out, so I'm gonna wait for this 1 minute candle to close and see if it's not just too late. Yeah, I think that the short it looks good. Is that yeah, we took Asia high, we have these lows here. We can attack this consolidation here with the lows at the 1 minute. Now we're gonna create the fair value gap aligned with the breaker block, so we basically have a unicorn. I think the setup looks decent, but we already know, like we all know how London session like works and behaves, and trading the 1 minute during London session is like a risky job. Okay, limits in. I'm going like low risk on this one. As you can see, I'm just trading one minute. That's just 255 risk on this trade.
What is this on? Your personal?
Oh no, it's on a funded.
Ooh, funded.
Yeah.
Who are you trading with?
TradeFi. I got like a TradeFi account. Because to be honest, I'm not trading much. Like I was trading my personal account,
Same.
and I'm not like. And since
Same.
I'm here in Thailand and I'm doing London sessions, I've been trading just London sessions. Like I completely ignore New York.
London. Yeah, you've been trading the slow sessions. Use code lab.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the shirt on. Look at that. When are you gonna come and visit me?
Florida.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm back home, I'm gonna get the flight.
Hell yeah. We can go to Disney together.
Hell yeah, bro! For real, I want to go.
You like roller coasters?
I do.
Yeah, me too. I love them. Go diving. He's already going diving. It's price action slow.
Yeah, it is low. I got
Do you
my
remember
entry
that
here.
day? Do you remember that day in, I think it was last year, where we had to limit down? We were down like 7%.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But was that overnight or was that
No, I think it was with the Trump thing, with the tariffs thing. I think.
oh yeah.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Okay, we're done.
What happened?
Good trade. I don't know. Did you see the 1 minute candle?
No, I'm over here looking at the daily. Oh, yeah.
That was a perfect entry and a perfect take profit.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Whatever.
Uh,
First time that I have this happening into my favor.
Yo, Juno
I'm
is
the
the
insider.
insider. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm the insider. Plus 600 things. You're welcome.
What a banger. Dude, what
Yeah,
an
what a banger.
absolute banger.
Feel and take profit, like entry and
Timestamp
take
that,
profit
please.
in the same 1 minute candle. That's crazy.
That is nuts. I was gonna
Nice.
join
That
you
is
on
not.
this too.
Yeah. And also, like, we framed this short also on CL at the start of the stream that went for 2R, but I couldn't get in. It was
You
in
got
the
your
five
revenge,
minute. Yeah.
Poppy.
Then this one. I was framing this short and I would have also taken this one, but I didn't have the entry. And it went to 2R before I couldn't get in. I don't know. We're not gonna ask questions. We
Nah,
got the move into our favor. We're gonna call it a win anyway, so perfect.
no questions. Don't ask.
Yeah,
Just dump this
you don't
thing.
have to ask.
Need -7%.
Anubis. I didn't even have to adjust the stop loss and go more than 2R. Nice. Damn, we are lucky today.
What a banger.
Yeah,
What an
yeah.
absolute banger.
Nice ways to start the week.
What a great way to start the week.
Mm-hmm.
Should have stayed in. Should have added.
Should have went like all in. Man.
Could still go lower and take those lows. Somebody's bearish.
We took the money in, so we have S&T at these exact same lows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do have a
Mm-hmm.
divergence there now. Nice. So what was this? It was just a breaker?
Yeah, it was
Inverse?
just no, I just draw the inverse because I think Anubis was on some sort of inverse here, like so many child was in the inverse. Yeah, it's just the edge had been taken. Then the breaker, I would have used this one, but I thought it was really really small. This one that I have here. Let me just show
Yeah,
it to
yeah,
you.
I see it. Yeah.
This one was really small. I would have like no entry given on this one, so I was looking for something because like I think it was last week Monday we have a small breaker and I got stopped out to the tick and then it run to our
Mm.
some in the chat got like a wider stop loss and they still got the trade, but I was stopped out and I'm trying to prevent this from now on. So I just used this one and then this candle over here confirmed the fair value gap. So it's just basically a unicorn trade. And then also like the lows here on the 1 minute made sense. Like the attacking, going for this consolidation here. Like how I trade and I look for smooth edges and equal highs, equal lows.
Yeah.
So I think it
No, that
was
was
like
great, man.
a great target to
Yeah,
aim
that was
for.
great.
And also the 2R was fitting inside the move here. Oh
Don't listen to Juno, guys. He actually has like 4 screens next to him and they all have order flow charts.
yeah. If you saw my setup, it's just my MacBook and then I have the phone to see the chat. That's it.
You should have don't you have an iPad?
I do, but I don't know why. Like I'm trying to connect like my MacBook to the iPad, and I don't know why it's not letting me. I need
You
to
need to
check
have
what's going
Bluetooth
on.
on, silly goose.
And I do have it on, but I don't know why it's just giving me an error every time. Oh, no, but you didn't get into the inverse. Oh, you got into the breaker. Okay, nice.
Yeah, breakers are just so simple, so good. So
They
good,
are.
so
Like
juicy.
for me, it's just so easy to trade with them. Like as long as you have the confirmation, like you just get in. Like you don't have to think about anything. You know that you
Yeah.
have the break of structure there, and if you have like a strong like bias or context for the direction you're looking for, I think they're like it's just super
Dude,
stable.
I fed Claude um like a PhD level research paper on how to do machine learning on trading models.
Hmm.
And then I gave it my backtesting information and I gave it
Yeah.
like 200 of my forward tests.
Ooh.
And dude, it gave back so much good information. It's like your um my win rate from, well, obviously I can still find this through the trade teller report. Um, but it was like my win rate from 9:30 to 9:35 is like 21%. So I need to stop trading that window essentially.
That window, yeah. Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like my win rate went higher past 10 a.m.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. After like 9:40, that's like
Yeah.
when my win rate really shines. And then it gave me like a, bro, it's crazy. It gave me like a stop loss grid. So it's like
Uh-huh.
when my stop is typically like what's it called? Like in the 30 to 35 point range, that's like the optimal for winning trades.
Yeah.
Are you talking about open claw? No, dude, just literally clawed. Just Opus 4.7. Also, Alex, you also trade the 30 seconds? Man, I get down and dirty. I get to the 5. Sometimes I some
That's mental.
sometimes I treat the 5 minute like the daily and I trade the 5 second. But that's literally only during New York. I would not do that right now.
Nah,
Oh, Claude,
and
yeah.
that would be crazy.
Yeah, now it's like you don't really get any information. But yeah, if you guys are curious about this, just let me know. Like, because honestly, you can get feedback on your model that you might not have known previously, and you can really optimize the size of your stops, or depending by the hour, you can really optimize um how much drawdown you'll see per hour depending on the trades, like how much heat you'll take. Because the reality of it is, like, I used to not care too much about my win rate, but after doing some silly, like, simple math on how to pass props, like, you're better off with a 1-to-1 higher win rate model for props. Whereas opposed to like a personal live account, you're better off with obviously a higher risk to reward ratio, because you want to capture on more of a move on your personal, whereas on prop firms, like, you're more capped directionally, and you want to just sustain momentum day after day rather than catching larger moves. How many monsters do you need to trade the 5 second? Dude, I'll do that. I'll do that as soon as I wake up. Very well said. Thank you, Max. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like all just really, really basic, simple math. And like, of course, like, you subconsciously kind of know that, but I hadn't really like sat down and just spent time doing it. And so like my model is my like historically, like, if you look at my trades, I have I feel like I obviously capture more of a move on my personal account than I do on my fundeds. But my win rate wasn't so great. I was sitting at like 47%. So I'm really tweaking it. I'm really tweaking it more towards 1-to-1 risk to reward, but a higher win rate. So I want it to sit near the 57, 58, 59, because it just functions better under prop firm formatting. Yeah, Shay, if you can, just open a ticket in the Juno. Can you break down how you choose a valid breaker?
Yeah, again. Yeah, sure. So basically, what I look for is, um, for me, the most important thing is to identify the upside move, like the move that takes liquidity. So in this case, it's this one. So as soon as you have the move that takes liquidity, you, like, on this scenario, on a bearish one, you have to look for the candle or consecutive candles that happen to the downside before the move that takes liquidity, right? So following this definition, this one would be the breaker. But sometimes, like, it's not. I mean, you can follow the um, the strict definition of it, and again, just look for this type of breakers. But I really think adding some sort of decision making, subjective decision making, depending on the moment, like, it's not the same thing to trade London, to trade New York, to trade like any other session, to trade in between sessions. Like, price action doesn't move the same way. So when I have this, like, see how this move up to the absolute taking liquidity is a huge move, and then we have this small breaker. I really think that when we choose a breaker, the breaker has to have like some sort of size relative to the move that takes liquidity. So using a small breaker on a big move that takes liquidity doesn't make much sense. So I try to look for, so if I want to discard this one, then I keep going lower and then treat these two candles as part of the move that takes liquidity, and then go for the previous one that would fit my criteria. In this case, like, we have a breaker that's pretty much 50% close to 50% of the move the liquidity. So it made more sense for me to use this one because we have like a bigger chance of the trade surviving, because like the range is bigger. Uh, Still, we have like the chance to capture a move because the TWAR from using this breaker still fits into the sell side liquidity idea that we want to go for these lows. I could have used even this one that was even bigger, but I think that was going the extra mile for me. So I think a middle point in between using the big thing here and the small one here was to use this candle. It's just subjective decision making that you develop with time, um, and like with experience and conviction on the model. Most of the time, this type of breakers you get stopped. They work, but you get stopped out if using the invalidation above the breaker. Instead, if you just want to set the stop loss at the high, I wouldn't do it here because then the TWAR move is just huge. But if you want to use it, then the breaker itself is not like as important as if you use your entry and invalidation at the breaker. Yeah, no problem. Got you.
Got it. Thank you. I'm learning a lot.
Are you?
Thank you, TJ.
What do you think? And you see rejecting the 15 fair value gap. Let me check. Oh,
Guys, we're gonna start streaming on Facebook again in Spanish soon.
yeah.
So if you guys want to check that out. Alex, I still have the 100K straight to funded that I won from you back in September last year in the lab, and it's still alive. Damn. I promise you that I
That's
treat it
crazy.
with respect. Hell yeah. That's so great to hear, man. Keep it up. That's amazing. Really a testament to your ability to keep an account alive. That's really good. You know what, guys? Like if you ever feel like you're behind, I can sit here and tell you, like, don't like social media is just such a bullshit, just gives such a bullshit perspective on what it actually is. And if you ever get the feeling that you're feeling behind because you see some sort of post or whatever, like everyone has their own journey and everyone has their own process. And just as long as you mind your own business and you can just really hone in on your craft and focus on your craft, then that's really all that matters. That'll take you further than anything else. Because look at Juno. I mean, Juno is like one of the most consistent people I know in these markets. And he just puts his head down and trades. Alex, where can I raise a ticket as a live as a show? I'll help you out in a bit, Che. So, yeah, if you guys ever feel that way or any sort of FOMO or just anything in general, I'm not saying to ignore it. I think it's really hard to. We're all humans, we all feel things. But just remember that any external factors that don't go towards your improvement, whether that be statistical or behavioral, like it doesn't matter. It just straight up like doesn't matter. There's nothing for me here.
Yeah, same.
I mean that was a banger trade, but yeah, nothing for me here right now. I am looking for lower. I'm not gonna lie, guys, but I am also getting swayed by my just like my general bearish sentiment. When the most bullish guy you know turns bearish, he's probably slightly wrong.
Can you check gold for Andres? Like I know you have a better read on gold than me, 100%.
Can I check gold?
Yeah, because I think Andres, I think he wasn't on long on the I think at lower time frame. I think 55 or 50 minute. Right, Andres?
Yeah, this would be probably what I would look for on gold. Long off 4881 with the stop at 4800s. The thing is, gold just likes to retrace and almost tap into those lows, man. So I wouldn't mind 4834.5 on gold, but you would have to I'd say just wait until you get back down into like the 06s. I would say that'd be my read. This OB is kind of large, so I would probably wait for a retrace back into 50% of that. So 4805, something like this. Because you do have that hourly swing, that hourly internal. And so technically this is the OB model. I'm in the 1 minute, fair. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. 4805. But then the thing is you also have a sweep of the previous hourly high and are now rejecting that. So in my eyes, it's just a battle of who wins in this scenario. So I'm not too much of a fan of gold at the moment. I just feel like I mean last time we caught a nice trade on it, but just has not been the best.
Thank you. I'm still waiting for this lows to be swept, to be honest, and see what we do there. Yeah, yes, still waiting for this lows here. Let me check. This lows are gonna be this 15-minute gap. I know it's a small one, but we might see some sort of reaction off of it. Let's see. That's what I'm waiting right now for.
That trade you just took was a 2R?
The one that I took myself?
Yeah, like just now.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
yeah,
was a
yeah.
2R. Crazy.
This one on a queue, like the short?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was 2R. Exactly 2R. Yep, 2R. As always, I just don't go beyond 2R. I don't think I'm even gonna check New York at this rate. No need to.
Yeah, I just want New York to be a flush.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's what I want. Will I get it? I don't know. Probably not. But do you guys change your take profit strategy depending if it's New York or London? Um, no. Mine's usually always the same.
Same. Mine's the same always. 2 hour. Like I
Really?
don't even need to think about. Yeah, yeah. Unless like I always form like an idea of where I want to price it going, like my drawn liquidity, but I barely never aim for my actual drawn liquidity. Like I always try to fit my 2 hour trade in between the entry and drawn liquidity. Like in this
Hmm.
trade, I was not aiming for the low. That way I can be right and wrong at the same time. I can be right with the trade, but wrong with my like drawn liquidity. And if we
Yeah.
just form an SMT or we just don't get that, I'm still like winning.
Have you still been using deviations or projections?
If I've been using it
Mm-hmm.
or the no, I was using it like 2 years ago or like 1 year and something ago. I was using them, but again, I still was using 2R, and
Oh, I
then
see. Doesn't change much.
it doesn't change much because like the
Yeah,
2R
yeah,
was always in between like the -1, like in between the 1 and 2, 2.5.
yeah, yeah.
So through Akash, like we finally got the trade, like the easy trade, because last week the trade on Thursday it was a long one.
They haven't been easy.
Yeah, and I haven't been easy so
They
far.
haven't been easy.
And then I think on Tuesday I got my stop loss, and then it ran to take profit.
Well, since there's not much to narrate here, but we have all of you guys here watching, I'd love to get some thoughts on some feedback. Like, what would you guys like to see more of, or what would you guys like? Because we've had some requests where people are like, oh, maybe we'd like to hear, some background music, or oh, maybe we'd like to see this. Like, I'm curious what you guys all think. Like, we're always constantly looking for feedback and ways to improve. And I like just being straight up and just out there and asking you guys up front. So if anyone at any point has any feedback to give us at all for the streams, just let us know. Because we really do appreciate you guys obviously coming out here and watching. Gold is almost at that 4805. Ollie says he'd like to see someone in trades. Juno was just in a trade.
I don't know why. I have a feeling that we're gonna take this slow zone in Q and that we're gonna move higher.
Nah.
I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't know why.
Someone just said, just keep doing streams because the other streamers suck. Good
Just
feedback.
keep doing streams because the morning, Jay, Alex, up so early. Just keeps doing streams. The other streamers suck. You're already doing a great job. What I would like to see is the whole chart with the price and timer at the bottom because sometimes it's confusing. Okay, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Okay, we will work on that.
Yeah. you getting into this trade?
I'm thinking about it. Time is it 3:59? Oh, we have 4 p.m. Jesus. 4 a.m. open.
I sometimes do. I'm not gonna lie. I used to do it more in the past, especially with Apex when I wanted to pass a bunch of evaluations. I don't do that. I don't do it anymore that much. If I'm being honest, I don't full port that much anymore. I'm trying to pass my evaluations quick as possible, like in 2-3 trades, but not for full porting anymore.
We close this 15 as a swing on gold.
Bar reversal, we can do this. We can do recaps of the trades if you want, like each week. I'm gonna start doing this in London if you guys want. The first
All right,
15
I'm in on
minutes we have.
this.
Ooh.
4803 is my stop. I'm just gonna go for a 1-to-1. 4803.1. And then my target's wait, oops. 4813.3. See if we can get up there. Just a quick and clean 1-to-1. Targeting this 1 minute or 30-second external here. We made a swing on the 15. So I'd just like to see a nice push here, maybe. Just retrace. Once we get above the 4.810s, I'll move to break even. Rough. Damn, not Jesus. Not looking good, boys. Tapped into that 50% there at 4805. Let's see if we get a nice push here now. Would like to get a push out of here. I think we see that. Just get into the 4.810s maybe.
Andres just asked, Alex, could you explain your trade?
Yeah. So pretty much if you let me just kind of remove some of these drawings so it doesn't look as packed. I would like to see a nice expansion out of here right now, and then if we don't get that, I'm not gonna be a big fan. I think we get that right now. Anyways, a couple things, right? So first and foremost is we have an hourly swing to the upside. So we have an hourly internal here, and then we have an hourly swing to the upside. I know we have an hourly swing to the downside as well, but I'm choosing to go for the upside bias because we also swept the previous hourly low as well. So 4 a.m. swept 3 a.m. low. On a 15-minute chart, that you have that 15-minute swing here. And then if you mark out, so like, let me get rid of some of these drawings to simplify it. But if you guys look at the hourly chart, right? And I tell you, hey, 1 a.m. swept midnight, right? The midnight candle. And you go over to a 5 minute chart and I ask you, what was the singular candle responsible for that sweep? You're going to tell me that it's this one here. So that to me, as soon as you get a closure above this candle's high, that becomes the OB. So I'm basing my trade off of this 5 minute OB as well, but I'm just using the 30-second entry. So I'm really hoping we can get a push here. So yeah, it's pretty much an hourly swing and a 5 minute OB. That is the basis of the trade. Same logic I always use. Hourly internal, hourly swing, 5 minute OB. But she's kind of struggling here a little bit. 405, yeah. I would love to see a nice little pop here at least. Get into the 4.810s. As soon as we get into the 4.810s, I think I'd move to break even because I don't want to see us retrace from that internal. Nice. Come on. Give us a push out of here. She's struggling. Yeah, so we tapped into that 5 minute internal. I want to see us start to get above it at least, but this she's just struggling to get out of here. So 50% of the OB? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Not looking good here. It's okay. I like the trade. I don't mind it. I do like the fact that we do have that 5 minute OB, so we'll let this do its thing. NQ is just dumping.
Going lower, yeah.
Yeah. Gold is holding up kind of nice. But NQ and gold have been kind of correlated lately, so that's the only thing that kind of scares me a little bit, but that's okay. Sentiment on gold is kind of bearish lately as well. Life is a highway. I'm gonna ride it all night long. Life is a highway. Oh my god. What is I think of one thing whenever I hear that song. And I'm really hoping it's the same for everybody. Juno, what do you think of when you hear that song? You know the song I'm talking about?
I do. I think about Cars, the movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like there's no other thing that you can think of.
Yeah. Man, what a film. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
call it a
true.
movie, bro. It's a film.
Yeah.
I'm Want gold to sweep to 4835s? Yeah, I mean, same. I want gold to get the fuck out of here. Am I in this? Yeah. Let me, how can I do this? Let me think. I want to have my trade evade up, but yeah, I am in this. Absolute Cinema? Yeah. What a film. I'm just not liking how we're not getting any room to the upside on this. That's the only thing I don't like. It's really, really struggling. And NQ and ES or NQ and gold have been super correlated lately, and NQ is just looking for that downside. So yeah, not a huge fan, but the trade is the trade, the model is the model. We trade it. Doesn't matter what it is. The trade is the trade, the model is the model. Life is a highway. New 5-minute candle here. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's get the fuck out of this range, gold. Come on, push. Don't be like that. Guys, weather here is actually so nice. It's kind of chilly. Are you? Dude, it can't get out of this range. Oh, oof.
Yeah, let's see how this 50-minute closes on gold.
Gold. Push. I think as soon as we get above, if we can manage to close above the 4.810s, I think we'll just shoot straight into the 13s. So, but the thing is, we need to manage that. Like it needs to manage to get above there. Nice. See if I can just change this.
You know, why would you need the idea for you to take a short or long? Right now on NQ,
Whatever. Okay.
for a short, I think, so look, here, there was another short possible trade that I could have taken. See how we created this 15-minute gap? And then we traded into it. We swept previous 15-minute high also.
I am. Wait, real quick.
Go to the 1 minute.
I am going to move to break even on this trade.
Okay, cool.
So hopefully we can push into the 13s here. Would be nice. Would be a sight for sore eyes. So just looking for the push 13s here. Currently just the straight to funded on Trade5 right now. I have a couple Apex accounts, but I haven't been trading them because I'm not super confident in the markets right now. So yeah. That's been me. I've been really conservative. So just trading this this account for now. But I am up 5K up on it. I was up more initially. Last week I took some heavy hits, but it's been okay overall. So let's see if we can get a push here into the 13s. Push here into the 13s. And then if not, probably get stopped to break even here. Unfortunate. Should go higher with the 1 hour SMC with silver. Gotta get stop break even. Yep. And that's me break even, team. Let me switch back over to my trading view so you guys can see that. But yeah, break even on me. Where is it? Trading view. Boom, boom. Break even trade for me. That'll be kind of the only one that I touch, really. I think you guys can see my trading view now, right? Yeah, cool. Sorry, Juno, I didn't mean to interrupt here.
No problem, no problem. I just started everything, so I can now explain it. So Andres, that would be the only trade that I would have taken after the one that I took initially. It's just basically a continuation one instead of just looking at a reversal from a high or low or like a high time frame fair value gap. It's just the same way, like same thing, but looking for continuations. So you look for the same thing. You look for a high time frame fair value gap along the move that's happening. And if you think that you're going to get a continuation move, you can look for price to tap into this high time frame, get a sweep on a lower time frame. For example, this, we have this liquidity sweep, and then take, as long as we create a breaker after tapping into the high time frame. In this example, we have this 15-minute gap. Then I'm looking for a short. This didn't give exactly to our, I think it was 1.94, and see how price is reacting again from this breaker block. That again is like if you have any, like the idea that it's going to keep going lower. In this case, like if you want to keep going lower and look for a liquidity, like a drawn liquidity, you would aim for, or I would aim for this low here. But again, I think I'm happy with what we took already, the first short. So no need to keep going for more, at least here. And then for long, to be honest, we don't have anything on the high time frame. 1 hour, we could create the swing, still like a long way to go for this candle to close. I would think that if we just get a closure here above here on the 5 minute, then I would probably switch again to looking for higher. But again, I'm a one trade man, sorry. Where I just take one trade and
One trade, man.
taking it. Yeah.
Bro, it's so funny. I was reading chat and this who is it? Arian. He's like, I want to short in Q, but I don't trust this market, especially on a Sunday. And then Victor's like, it's Monday, bro. Yeah, break even trade for me. So not horrible. I'll take it. Honestly, this looks like a good break even from where in hindsight. Like now that I'm looking at it. Gold is seeing a move to the downside here, so I'll take it. Can't long unless they sweep the 26,500 or flip of the weekly gap. I want this. I want NQ to actually just see a limit today. Everyone has been so bullish lately, and I'm always bullish. You guys know me. I'm always bullish, but these rallies, I just don't trust them. A rally like that, I just don't trust it. Life is a highway. I'm gonna do it all night long. What do you think your best month has been? Like ever? Like trading wise, ever. I'm not talking necessarily about like, I mean, obviously the money, but I'm also talking about like the way you felt about it, the way you were reading it?
I think late, like October, November 2024.
October, November 2024.
Yeah. I
Same,
don't know
bro. My
why.
my best month.
I don't know why. Everything I charted, it played out. It's for real.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was
And lucky
December
enough,
24 for me.
I mean, it was again late 2024, like September, October, November, December, like the last quarter of 2024 was the best for me.
Mm,
And lucky enough, I was trading with Apex, and that was my best run with like 11 accounts on Apex, and
fire.
I managed to pull like a good chunk of money,
A good chunk. Just enough to
just enough to pay taxes, you know.
Have you seen those videos where it's like when she's talking about appetizers, but you genuinely owe the IRS 400K?
Yeah, I've seen that.
What's the name of the tax the government uh what's it called? The tax division in Spain.
In Spain,
Yeah.
it's like it's
Like who
progressive. It also depends on how much you're making, obviously. But when you're making like good enough, you're gonna be paying close to 48%, something like this.
mm,
Because I don't know, like in the US, it was the same way. Like to be able to work, like to be registered as self-employed, you have to pay each month in the US, like a
each
fee
month?
each month. Yeah.
No, no. No, bro.
But bro, in Spain you have to.
Yeah,
Like
that's
depending
crazy.
on how much you're making, each month you have to pay like a fee to actually be able to operate as a self-employed. And like when you're making good enough, you're paying like
Oh, what the hell?
what the hell? That 1 minute. So at the end of the day, like you end up paying close to 50%. Oh my damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. They are very high.
It's crazy pump even rebalancing the range is like 7.5% from the high. Yeah. Honestly, like the I don't know, the worst case scenario or like max pain in this situation would be retracing the entirety of last week. Spain sucks if you're self-employed. Yeah, that's crazy. The fact that they make you
It
guys
is. It
pay.
is. Mm-hmm. Like even if you don't make any money that specific month, you're gonna have to pay anyway.
How does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know.
If I was president of the US, I would have tax divisions, but by age. So it's like if you're younger and you're making a good amount of money, you get taxed less, you know? That way,
Yeah.
if you're rich and you're a little bit older, you can get taxed a good amount. But if you're younger, you have room to grow, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Juno's going to
You know, you have
Dubai.
the.
The hell is this?
I don't know if I wanted to live in Dubai. Yeah, Spanish government sounds more like a mafia. You just keep giving. You keep giving, and you don't get enough for what you're giving.
Yeah, being punished for being self-employed is like the worst.
Yeah.
You get the short end of the stick. Whoops. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left here, team. But yeah, I think when does Apex stop their sale? Because I got some accounts last week, but I don't remember when they stopped their sale. Apex. Because honestly, I don't know if you guys are aware, but they actually just released or not that they just released, but they released the end of day trail as opposed to the intraday trail. So now it's like for everyone that you guys don't like that intraday trail, which I know because like honestly I don't do well with it either. They actually offer the trade of eight end of day trail.
Yeah, it's crazy that you can still get 20 accounts with the end of the
Yeah,
program. That's crazy.
yeah,
That's insane.
yeah. So I'm letting those sit. I'm literally not trading them until I feel like I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like my read on the market is just not that good right now. Like there's no point in there's no point in lying about it. I think it's also obvious in the way I've been trading. When my read on the market is not too good, I move to break even quicker. I feel a little bit more nervous. I am not as confident. Like, and that's completely normal. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna have quarters, months, weeks where that happens, to be honest. Like, let me ask you guys this. If you guys made $1 million in a month trading, would you still continue trading or would you stop for the year?
I would personally stop.
You would stop?
Yeah, I would. At least for a while. I don't know if like the whole year, but for a
Double or
while.
nothing next day. Double or nothing. Trump will sign an emergency executive order today at 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Well, I have to hold my puts anyways. They're so far out of the money. Lie. Oh, gold is actually getting a push around here.
Yeah.
Unfortunate,
You
but
also.
yeah. What's up?
And he is also pushing higher.
Thank you. Gold was waiting for that NQ push. Starting to get above back into the 4A10s. These criminals. Whenever your trade doesn't hit, don't take accountability, blame the market. If you get stopped, it's the market's fault. It's going for that 13 level. Oh, I never found out when the Apex sale ends.
Can you find out?
Oh, it ends in 2 days
Oh,
actually. So I think the 22nd or the 23rd. Yeah, I mean, I think they have improved on a couple things. Again, I don't really trade them much. I'm only on like my second batch of accounts with them ever. I just, yeah, didn't really trade them much. I know there's a lot of hype around them, of course, and it makes sense. But yeah, they're still in. They still have that 90% off. So one day, 19 hours on that 90% off. So if you guys want to grab some accounts before the sale ends, you guys know what to do. The 150Ks end of day are going for, I think, $89 after the discount. Just called lab. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not much for me here. I don't know, Juno.
I was watching like this, like in queue. You just close about a 5 minute breaker. But I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I'm gonna take it. The session is going. Like I'm happy with what I took already, so I'm not gonna force anything here.
fair. Where would you put your stop on this?
Right below the breaker.
Right below the breaker?
Yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, besides this, not much.
Team. Wait, actually, before we go, um, can we pull up the two up middle screen and so we can see the news, please? Perfect. God, you're the best. So I think for this month, what's today? The 20th. So for this month, so 1:30 p.m. Keep in mind this is 8:30 Eastern. This is I am in UK time. So whatever you see here is UK time. So we have core retail sales at 8:30. We have Fed chairman uh testifies 3 p.m., which I believe is 10 a.m. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Fed funds rate on Wednesday, the 29th. And apart from that, yeah, just like literally not a lot of news. Not a lot of news. So tomorrow, high impact. And apart from that, that's pretty much it. The one thing that you guys really do want to watch out for, to be honest, is just try to stay up to date with anything macro. Because truth is, we are in a heavily news driven market. And yeah. Yeah. Just it's good to be cautious. It is good to be cautious. Um, but yeah, apart from that, that's it for me. I'll call this London session break even trade for me on gold. Um, well, I'll be back for New York with Kane and Leo. So we'll be on at 8 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, we'll do some coverage at that time. So thank you guys for joining and yeah, any last words, Juno?
Yeah, no. Thank you guys for joining once more. Like we had the whole crew that usually joins here during London, so I appreciate everyone. We had a great trade today, so I'm happy for it. Great start of the week, and yeah, we still have the whole week ahead, so we're gonna see each other again. Thank you so much, guys.
Peace.